Jacobson, go ahead with your question.
Coach, let's talk about the first half there. Holding on to 15 points, really, that's kind of what won you the game.
Yeah, we had certainly had some concerns coming in there. Wednesday against North Carolina State, they put on an offensive. Richmond put on an offensive display, if you will, and then there are other games this year. That is because of their personnel, and they got guys that are older, and the versatility of those bigs. It's a hard team to defend. I thought our guys were terrific in the first half defensively. I'm going to have to look pretty hard, I think, to find more than one or two errors. It seemed like we were helping. We rebounded well. The first half, that was our best defensive effort. And we're coming off two good ones, but that first half was the best half we've had.
So how would you compare it then to the second half, how you did defensively there?
It felt like we defended pretty well. Richmond had a little bit more flow to their offense. I think in part, our offense wasn't quite as good, and that allowed Richmond to get into transition. We didn't rebound well enough in the second half. They got some second chances. And then that, from the 8-minute mark down to maybe the 2-minute mark, we had some opportunities to keep the game at 7 or 8 to maybe 10, and had a couple in close, had a couple at the free throw line that allowed the game to get down to 4 or 5 points, and they got really aggressive. And, to their credit, I thought they came back and had a very good second half. But I told our guys all week, this is a terrific basketball team and a very well coached basketball team and an older team, and it's going to be a heck of a game, and I think it was.
How good is this team? How do you think they'll finish in the Atlantic 10? How many wins do you think they're going to pile up this year?
They were picked fourth, and I think after watching them a lot and seeing them today, Carson, I think they're easily good enough to finish in the top 4. I think they've got a very good team. Again, because of the versatility, the guards are terrific. But the point guard is a first-team all-conference guy. The versatility of those bigs, they've got 3 or 4 guys they can throw it to on the block, and if you don't do something, at least we felt, if you don't go down and give them a second defender, they're going to get a good shot or get to the free throw line. And then one of the keys for us, our fans didn't get to see him play, but Klein, who comes in off the bench, is averaging almost 14 points a game. He has been a lights-out offensive player for him. And we were able to get him 2 fouls in the first half, so he had to sit. We got him into some foul trouble again in the second half, so that helped us a lot in terms of our defense, not having him on the floor. And then they've got a freshman guard that isn't playing right now, that's hurt. And I think when Klein's on the floor, they get the guard back to another guy into their rotation. I think they're a team that can finish in the top 4 in that league.
Coach, what's changed for Wes this year? He seems to be scoring more, a little more confident.
I think everything for him has slowed down. He's got a better comfort level. He's got more confidence about him, and I think that extends through our practices and through our team stuff. I think it extends into everything that he's doing, on and off the floor, academically. He's just got a much better. I think comfort level is probably the best way to phrase it for him. And that as guys get a little older, get a little bit of maturity, and also playing last year, that year of experience, I think, really helped him to get that under his belt and just have a better feel for what to expect. And now he's playing great. His confidence is in a good place. But I think more than anything, he's taken it to everything that he's doing.
Do you like him coming off the spark he gives you off the bench? Is that why you?
Yeah, he's been great in that role. He's been terrific. Yeah.
Coach, how physical do you think the game was, and how do you feel like your guys responded to that?
No, I thought it was in a lot of ways what we expected. We knew it was going to be physical. The way in which they play, they're going to guard the post one-on-one. They have the size to do that with their center, and so you've got to be strong enough to handle that contact and strong enough to score against him when he walls that up. And then if you do, as Seth got going a little bit, they bring the double team. Now you've got to play against 2 guys, and that takes some strength as well. And one of the areas that I really felt coming in, their guards aren't very big, but very physical, able to get up under you and really pressure that basketball. So they go at you in all spots of the floor.
Almost held the team under 50 again. It started at the end of last year, but what's changed with this defense and how they're buying in now?
The experience helps, but I think in this case much more than that. They believe that it's important, and from a coaching standpoint, you can talk about it. It's more important that you work on it. And you know, I made a mistake last year in not putting enough time into our defense, and that was on me. And I told our guys that we have gone back and we have spent a lot of time on our defense, all the way down to one-on-one, building it through 5-on-5. We've spent a lot of time on it. So it's important that I don't talk about it, that we do it. I think that helps them. And now we've had some success with it. And that confidence and that belief continues to grow as they have success with our defense. But the most important thing is they have to believe it. And right now I think they do.
Maybe it's the defense, but you're 7-0. What's going well?
The change in our defense is the biggest reason. And then the fact that the guys have bought into the fact that we've got 12 guys right now that can play. We haven't seen Max. Max can play for us. Bennett and Clint have taken turns, right? The other 9 guys have played pretty regularly. So the defense is why it's changed. But they've bought into the fact that some nights I might play 15 minutes, and really outside of tunnel. Some nights I might play 15 minutes, some nights I might play 25. I got a job to do, and that's help my team. And they bought into that.
Coach, what was your defensive effort today any more impressive given the offensive style that Richmond plays with the longer drawn-out possessions, using the shot clock?
Yeah, no doubt. I think that our first half, the way we defended that 20 minutes, Josh, was the best 20 minutes that we've defended this year. And as I said, we're coming off of 2 pretty good defensive performances in Cancun. But the 20 minutes today to start the game was the best that we've done.
Jeremy Morgan didn't have a huge day in the stat book, but what was his impact, do you feel, away from that on the today?
Well, I think, you know, it's some of the, I talked about 2 of the keys, and I do think they're the 2 most important, but it would maybe go hand in hand with the second one I mentioned to Carson. He's starting to understand that he doesn't have to score points. He doesn't have to be looking for shots and scoring points. And there's going to be nights this year where he gets 15 or 18. He's good enough to do that. And if he starts getting 10 or 12 a night, that's fine. But his mindset is, I think, shifted to where he needs to be a high-level defender, and he needs to be a big-time rebounder. That's going to help our team the most. And when he gets opportunities, he's going to get opportunities.